Hello everyone! Welcome to a new Let's Play. We're going to be playing today Hyrule Warriors, one of my favorite games of the year. Things are weird though, because I was going to Let's Play this game day one, and then I thought, actually I didn't really think, I just decided I really want to play it right now, and I don't want to record, I just want to play it and get into it. Because, I mean, I'm a huge Zelda fan, I'm a huge Warriors fan, this game is kind of made for me. So, Warriors style, duh. But then I was like, okay, I'm gonna play this game and unlock everything, then do the Let's Play so I can show off everything really easily. And I was about halfway through that when all of a sudden my Wii U hard drive died. So I'm going in completely fresh, which is fine, cause now I already have information about how to play it, what's good, what's bad, and I'm just super excited to play through this game. Now, as of the time of this recording, we are halfway through the DLC, which I of course bought, because I am a drone to the Nintendo system. So we are going to have some stuff that's new, such as, for instance, I hold in my hands right now, you cannot see, but the Link Amiibo, which I gotta say, the sculpt quality on the Amiibos is very, very nice. So, the Link Amiibo unlocks a special weapon, a weapon that I really love. So let us place him on there. And we get the Ancient Spinner, which is the spinner weapon from Twilight Princess. So, that's really awesome. I love this weapon. Is it worth the $13 to buy the figure? Not so much, but because he can be used with other games too, I mean, it's Link. He's going to be able to be used with all of them, you know, almost. It's definitely really cool. And then, for now, we're only going to scan one more. You can scan 5 Amiibos per day to get random weapons, materials, rupees. So we're going to scan our other green dude, Yoshi. Let's put Yoshi on there. And he gives us 10 pieces of Dark Knight armor. That's not as good as I was expecting, but that's okay. The reason I'm not scanning the other ones right now is simply because, because we're just starting off, we only have like 4 characters unlocked. 3 of which are only there because it's like they're with the DLC that you don't have to unlock. So for now though, let's head into the game. I have so much to say about this game. I have played it for about 300 hours and then it just all got crushed when my hard drive died. And it's funny because I was playing this game when it died. So yeah, let's hop right into the story, if you will. It's not an amazing story, but it is still nice that it's there, something to give you context to this universe of Zelda, because it's not in the same universe as the other Zeldas. It is a separate entity entirely. And so Impa just watches Zelda sleep, which is weird, and then you play through the game and realize, no, it's not, it's actually adorable, because I ship them. Whoops, did I just say that? So, these people know of the story of the legend, which is the Zelda Link, then, you know, Spirit of Demise reincarnated thing. But it's weird, because you'll soon see that it's not necessarily the same. Link is very irresponsible for not wearing a helmet. Please, kids, wear helmets. They save lives. That guy wasn't wearing a helmet, his life wouldn't be saved. He'd be dead. Link would have just cleaved him in two. That's how good Link is in this game. Impa's back must be very sore. Also, I find it strange that they don't, like, guess. It's like, you know, so they know there's the legend of the hero, but they're just gonna ignore the blonde-haired prodigal soldier. You know, then again, not all Links have been blondes, so it's kind of a majority thing, but, like, Twilight Princess had brown hair. Links of the Past had, like, pink hair, which was strange. So we're heading straight into battle. Because I am using the Warriors controls, I am pressing Y for light attack, X for heavy attack, A for special attack. The only reason I'm playing this style is because, like, this is the same controls that Pirate Warriors had. So transitioning from that game, super easy. I feel kind of bad for just Zelda fans hopping right in, but I shall give a quick oversight of everything. Sadly, because we are just starting off, we don't have all our moves. But so here's Link's regular combo so far. It's a nice little slash combo ending with a big finisher that has a bigger hitbox than you'd expect. The interesting thing is once you level up Link, that's not the end of his combo. Like, his combo gets farther, and that's just a middle part of it. So he also has, by pressing the heavy attack, he does have a spin attack, which hits a pretty big radius. And you'd be surprised how much use you can get out of this. His light heavy is a air combo that you can use. Not the best. Thank you for interrupting me while I'm trying to explain. That's his light heavy, which is a projectile, which is really nice. You'd be surprised how much use you can get out of this. So then his light heavy is another air combo type attack. Those are good for individual. I wouldn't use them for the big crowds. And here we meet our excuse for Link to talk, which is Proxy the Fairy. Light, heavy. Whoops, didn't do that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, we can't do it yet, probably. That's fine. We shall get to those in a sec. So, Proxy the Fairy, not to be confused with Navi, who does appear in this game, speaks for Link, which is very convenient. So in this first part of the battle, and you will play this level, whoa, god, my throat. You'll play this level many times, because this is like probably the best, easiest sort of level to just get a whole bunch of kills and grind on. But at the same time, I find it interesting because this one does very little to actually explain the mechanics of the game. Like, for instance, one of the bases just fell, but we have nothing that we could do to prevent it. So it's funny, because, like, I bet you new players would be very confused as why things are failing, but you actually can't save that one. And here we meet a brand new character, sort of, kind of, maybe. Volga. He is the anthropomorphized version of Volvagia, and he's actually he's annoying to fight, but thanks to a recent update, he is amazing to play as. I really enjoy playing as him. So for these one-on-one battles here, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use the guard button, which is something I know a lot of people don't use. Then you want to wait for the enemy's weak point gauge to appear. Then once it does, it usually happens after the end of a heavy attack, or thank you for explaining. And then you want to just whittle away at it. When you do, it crushes his defenses, and that's the best way to do damage. You can attack them normally, but it takes forever. Also, the fandom really loves this guy. Like, I'm talking, there is a lot of fan fictions about him. Also, we just got totally reamed by a Dragon Claw, which sounds cool, but isn't. Also, I find it funny how long it takes to charge his Fire Breath here, and yet you do it in the game, and it's like super fast. You can just use it instantly. I mean, I get it. Cinematics are different, especially for a Warriors game. The difference between cinematics and gameplay for the Warriors games is astonishing. But what do you know? The one named Link with the blonde hair is actually Link with the blonde hair. So Volga retreats here, so we can just ignore him for now. You don't fight him here. And that's one thing that I think a lot of people do get confused by with, oops, we're going the wrong way, aren't we? A lot of people get confused with the Warriors games where each level plays out like a story, if you will. So you don't fight the bosses always. You don't fight, you know, certain things don't always happen or certain things always happen. You don't treat them like worlds, if you will. You don't. I'm getting a text message. Who is texting me at this time? I'm just gonna ignore that for now. That is my mother. How embarrassing. Oh my God. Can you? Okay, one sec. Okay, so as I was saying, basically, you can't look at each level as a world. You have to look at it as a story piece, if you will. So, before I continue though, this is good. Now I can bring up one super important thing. The map. To win at a Warriors game, you have to understand the map. Basically, red circles, like red's the enemy, blue is you. Light red circles are just enemy troops. But the darker, more defined red circles are enemy captains. Captains are the most important thing to get rid of. So for instance, if there is just random enemies in an enemy base, normally they'll just be wiped out because they'll be overrun. But if there's a captain in your base, they can take it over. Learning to read the map is like the most important thing because it gives you so much advantage. And this game is a lot more strategic than a lot of people would know. Not so much in these base early levels, but definitely in later levels. You will die more often by, like, just losing the battle than dying. So, let us continue. So, our mission here is to kill Lizalfos. These are very common enemies. Unlike other commanders, there is more than one of them. The best thing you can do is usually just... Like, these guys you can just attack, and it should be fine. For instance, like, we're doing really good damage to him. They do have weak point gauges too, which appear usually after set attacks. And killing them just like that. They're slightly harder than regular enemies, but not much more. So, as you can see here, we rescued the Goron Captain. For most stages, what you really just want to do is just complete every objective that it gives you. It's implied that there's just like an off-screen commander, if you will, who teaches you, not really teaches you, but gives you commands. And these commands, what they do is, you know, it's strategically planned. So even though it might seem like, oh, it'd be smarter for me to do this, in actuality, you want to follow the commands that the commander is giving you. The best way to play this game is to think of it like an actual army. You know, you have morale, you have troops, you have the ideas of cutting off enemy entry points. It's very much the best way to play it is realistically. That said, we just got some bombs. And bombs are your first item. There are 4 items in the game, excluding healing potions, which, this is where things get different from the regular Warriors game, where normally it's like, you know, everyone sort of has their different stuff. The items are shared and are used for certain types of enemies or obstacles. So, you know, we have rocks here. Of course, we just destroy them with the bombs. There's no limit to the bombs, meaning that you can use them for days. I don't think you'll want to, though, because it's not that good, honestly. So, we have maxed out, like, every meter right now. And so there's 2 meters that are important. There's your special meter with your A and your magic meter with your R. The big difference is that, like, one's just an attack and the other is a mode. And this is true for everyone. So if we press A, we do this huge area of effect attack, where every character only has one, unlike some, you know, other Warriors games where they have 2 or 3 different ones. Everyone only has one, but that's fine, because it's usually very good. There's very few that I don't think are good. And so we're going to take this keep first off before we show off the other one. Keep taking is simply by just killing as many enemies as you can in there, depleting the gauge. Now, this is also true for enemies attacking you. So honestly, sometimes it's best to not have that many people in there, because they can just destroy them. That said, you don't get command of it. Then you take the keep boss. Very easy. Just slash him up and it's yours. And here we're going to save Zelda, even though she really doesn't need saving. She's actually doing really good. In fact, you'd be surprised. I know a lot of people complain about, wow, your partner characters are so useless. They can hold their own. They really can. They're not as good as you. That's just because they don't know dash canceling, which is simply press the dash or dodge button and you can just attack forever. So let's show off our special mode though. This is a Focus Spirit, which causes you to become much faster, much more powerful, and every 25 kills, the gauge refills, up to a certain point, of course. And so what you can do is you can just keep using it and keep getting more powerful, and yes. Now if you press, oh god, I didn't get to use it. If you let it run out, you get one attack to finish it, but it's okay, because we got a whole nother one, so we can show off the other one. You can also expend it, just use it all up, and then you get your most powerful technique. So, for instance, we can use it right here on Lizalfos. It also, if you use the special technique, it automatically causes enemies' weak point gauges to appear. So, if we can use it to expend it right here, this is his best attack, which is his Super Stab, which is funny because it doesn't look that good, but it is. And it causes an enemy's weak point gauges to automatically appear and you to just destroy everything. So we've leveled up. You will constantly level up through this game. Level ups are fast. It's not really a grinding game. Like, you will need to sort of grind at points, but more often than not, it's materials which enemies drop. Because those are a little more important. So we have to go stop the invaders with the help of the Great Fairy, but as you can see actually right by Zelda, there are a few enemy commanders which, if left unchecked, can do some damage. So we're gonna go after them, because not so much in this first mission. In this first mission, I don't really even think it's possible to lose by way of enemies attacking and stuff. I'm pretty sure you're gonna win regardless, but that said, it is good to get into the rhythm, learn what is, good for you, learn how to dodge enemy attacks. Dodging and not so much guarding. Guarding is only good for one-on-one fights with big enemy commanders, but you'd be surprised how important it is to do all this stuff. So now that we got 1,000 kills though, now Zelda stopped there. We're actually gonna leave her there for a sec. So, she needs someone to bomb it, but because we got 1,000 kills, we will in a sec once all these things stop popping up. Gold Skulltula has appeared. So as we can see here, there are 100 Gold Skulltulas hidden in the world. This is a lie. There are a lot more now. Gold Skulltulas are important. You need to get them not only for, like, story reasons, well, not really story reasons, but not just through... Oh, it's hard to explain. They unlock stuff. Just like that. So you want to listen for them, which is kind of hard considering my volume is nothing. I should actually listen closely. They're not around here, though. Well, this one isn't. They're usually hidden behind rocks or... There it is. Or someone just out in the open. And... killing them gives you a puzzle piece, which, when you get them all, unlocks a very cool, very special thing. Spoilers, it's a costume. But you can also get stuff from it, such as a better apothecary, which is a potion maker, which, on low levels, and if you're just playing this through casually, will mean absolutely nothing to you. Like, I've used it maybe once, but if you're actually playing... for specific reasons and specific items, it will be very helpful. So we blow up the wall though, and here is the fairy fountain. You can get all sorts of items from pots. They're usually color-coded. I say usually because sometimes they're not. So we have to pray to the Great Fairy together. And you pray, press the Y button to pray, just like Call of Duty. And I actually like the Great Fairy design in this one. I think, like, I'm not gonna say I'm turned on by it, because I am most definitely not. She's still a very large, very terrifying woman, but they actually made her somewhat attractive while keeping that iconic design. It's very interesting. I like what they did. Also, they gave her pants. Pants are nice. And they all come together and make a gigantic bomb that will just, wipe out their entire force. Well, I say entire, but it's... We only just killed 500 people with the press of a single button. And that's why I love Warriors games. that sheer mass destruction. Sadly, if you need to get a certain number of kills, that doesn't count as your kills for a mission. For Skulltulas it does, but not so much for, like, some weapons you need to get a number of kills with them to unlock their true potential. So this is where things get a little crazy. Impa's like, Zelda, move back, you're good now. It's like, you just need to go home. And so I'm just gonna wait in here though, because this, I feel like something's coming through this door. So Zelda leaves, she's like, I'm out. And then the Dark Wizard here is just like, Unleash King Dodongo! That's the voice I expect him to have. They're sort of like, I'm Wizro! You know. And here we meet our first big boss. There are a number of large bosses who you will grow to hate with a fiery passion, because these guys are, they completely shift the battle and how everything works. And I know a lot of people complain about how, like, the enemy troops seem dumb, but look at them lining up, getting ready for this beast. It's like they're not as dumb as you'd expect. Look, even that guy rushes headlong into battle. But so these big bosses, they need their weak point gauges open to be hit, really. King Dodongo is the exception. You can attack him normally, it still does very minimal damage. But once he's down, you just want to wail on him. You most likely will not get it in one cycle, and what you'll have to do is wait until he opens his mouth again to throw bombs in, which you'll only know if you played Zelda. But, oh wow, he did it quickly. These guys, though, are a waiting game. You will be waiting and waiting with them. So, we're actually going to, yeah, we'll do this once. And once you finish that off, this does major damage. But for now, I'm actually going to leave these guys to fight him a bit. We're going to leave all this behind because, and he will destroy that base. But there's a thing you can do where, see, like, this isn't a necessary place in the mission. You can totally ignore these places, and just beating King Dodongo wins. Very rarely will be the mission where you have to get every single base. It's like, that's normally not the mission. Instead, what you're going to want to do, though, is you will want to try and get every base, because there are special items in them. And these special items can range from new weapons to heart containers, which heart containers are good in this game. They really are. But it's funny, because no matter how good your health is, eventually you'll reach a point where you realize that, like, no matter how high your health is, you'll still lose certain missions because you need to not lose health. And it doesn't matter how much health you have. So, like, for instance, we lost half a heart, and earlier I think we lost, like, another half a heart. So that's, like, I think 500 damage or something, 400 damage. Basically, you can't lose more than 10 hearts of damage in certain missions that you will eventually go towards. And you need to not lose that, or else, like, you've basically lost the mission. So I think this is where the heart container is for this one. I actually can't remember. Where's the dude? There he is. No. Is there heart containers in this mission? Or am I just very confused? Where's the thing that tells you warrior info? I guess not? Okay. So, I guess I was wrong with that. For some reason, I was pretty sure there was a heart container in this mission. So we should hurry, though. So King Dodongo has broken through. It's okay. He's not that hard. King Dodongo is the one that's not that difficult because you can attack him while he's not in his weak point stun stage. So if you see here, we actually did damage to him. All the other bosses, this does not work for. So, wow, he is actually being really good for the camera. Sometimes it takes forever to get him to open his mouth and do that. You're basically waiting, and you can wail on him. Other bosses, not so much. I think we're actually going to kill his life bar before we kill his weak point gauge, though, because he's actually very close to dying. We've got 1,850 kills, which I don't know why it pops up a thing for that. It's not even that important of a number. And he is going to die, or not. Die! There we go. So, we defeat King Dodongo, and that is the end of the stage. Yes. I will let the story play out here. Imp was like, well done! And then the Hired Soldier's like, wait, no, we didn't do a good thing. While we were fighting the Dodongo, he has seized the castle. And now it is new Super Zelda Bros U. And, of course, Zelda is gone. Because we were dumb and sent her home instead of letting her fight. And Tumblr's gonna complain about her being a damsel in distress. And Anita Sarkeesian's gonna be like, oh, this is an example of why men should not make video games. And I'm gonna get a load of comments yelling at me if I link this to Tumblr, which I will not. Hey, thanks, Impa. So one cool thing about, though, the Warriors games is the amount of costumes that you get. As of this recording, every character has at least 3 costumes, at least. Link, of course, having the most. I know a lot of people complain that Link gets a lot of love in this game, like he gets a lot of costumes, a lot of weapons, but he is the main character. Like, in the first Pirate Warriors, Luffy gets a whole bunch of stuff, more than everyone else. But voice acting in Zelda, enjoy.
Object of countless battles between the forces of light and darkness. Each time the Triforce fell into the clutches of evil, Hyrule was plunged into misery. But in every age, a hero, clad in green, would restore peace to the land. During one of these dark times, the legendary hero split the spirit of evil into 4 fragments, sealing each away to finally break the cycle of destruction. 3 of the fragments were scattered across time and space. The final fragment was sealed in a sacred temple built upon holy ground, imprisoned by the blade of evil's bane.
So yes, we do get some narration in this game, which then people complain about the lack of voice acting, but I honestly think that may be in part based off of Nintendo asking for it. So, but yes, we get rupees at the end, which are very nice. You will grow to love rupees. They are your lifeblood. Not really. We also got a whole bunch of weapons. We got a level 4 Knight Sword. Wow, that's really good for just starting off. Basically, you get a number of stars on a weapon, which determine its aptitude, if you will. So, like, a level 4 is one step down from being the best knight sword you can get, just power level wise. It also gets light plus, which is really good. It means anything light elemental that it does is powered up. So just regular slashes with the sword, I'm pretty sure, are light elemental. We get a level 3 ancient spinner with lightning plus. We get a knight's sword with a blank skill that you can fill in with another one, and a level 1. And we got King Dodongo's claws, which is a silver one. Some Lizalfo scales, and some old rags. We also get to fill in a piece on the puzzle board in there, because starting in the top corner just doesn't make sense. We've unlocked, like, everything. We can now play as Impa, who is amazing. We got her sword, the Giant's Knife, which is actually a variant of the Bigoron sword, which is really cool. We got the Destructive Force medal, again. Sorry, Miiverse, I'm going to be posting them all again. Actually, I'm going to say no, because everyone's already seen me get all the Achievos. So, before we end this as a part, we can head to the Bazaar, where we can upgrade a warrior. So as you can see here, we've actually got some extra warriors, but this is only due to the fact that this is later on. If you played this game when it first came out, you'd only have Link and Impa at this point. We have the badge market. So, we can start off by upgrading to get a bottle, which is very good. The bottles will let you heal in battle. These do not take back any, like, health lost in terms of, like, you will still lose the health in the grand total. So like if you've lost 10 hearts and heal the 10 hearts, it'll still count as losing the 10 hearts. So they're good for actual hard battles in like story mode, but in terms of later challenges where you can't lose health, they're pretty useless. And we also have a few more Lizalfos scales, so we can focus on this one, which lets us increase the healing from hearts, which is good. We'll get that for now. But as you can see here, these other ones, you know, there's still a lot we need for the Lizalfos scales. So this is where grinding kind of comes into effect, where you'll want to get all these. Honestly, just through playing, I got link up to mostly silvers, mostly by just playing through normally. But yes, so we will also want to upgrade this one. This one here gives you combos. So this is like your most important thing to upgrade, which we can't right now, so that's fine. We can't upgrade our assists either, so we are actually kind of pooched. So, I'm surprised. Why don't I have Epona? Because that should be unlocked at this point. Let's see here. If we go to free mode. Yeah, we don't have Epona. That is strange. We probably have to log in and log back out again, and it'll give it to us. So guys, in the next part, we will continue Legend Mode and have some more fun. I will see you all next time on Let's Play Hyrule Warriors. Ciao.